Who are you?
I'm your other mother, silly.
Other mother? What's that?
You could stay here forever, if you want to. There's one tiny little thing we need to do. Black is traditional.
No way. You're not putting buttons in my eyes.
1, 2, 3!
So the first thing I did was take two really light foundations. If you guys have watched any of my other Halloween videos, you know that I don't work really well with face and body paints. I don't know why, I just kind of stuck with them. So I try to use regular makeup anytime I can when it comes to my Halloween looks, and I feel like they last longer anyways. So, and I never use a really white, just full on white, because I feel like it looks kind of really fake. So even though I'm doing a Halloween look, but I kind of just go with a really, I would say like a bone white color. So then after I got my whole face, I took a white concealer and highlighted under my eyes, which probably wasn't really necessary just because the buttons kind of cover it, but I just wanted to highlight under that area, and then also a lot on my cheekbones and my forehead where I kind of wanted to kind of look like it's sticking out a little bit, but the main part was the cheekbones. I really wanted those to be highlighted and kind of just really stand out. So after I went in one time, I kind of went over it a couple more times with a little bit more concealer each time, and then blended it after each time I applied it, just to kind of like gradually build it up lighter and lighter. And then I just want to set everything, so I'm going to take a translucent powder. This one is actually kind of like a white translucent powder. I really don't care if there's any type of flashback or anything because I'm white. So yeah, I just set everything that I just did. And then I moved on to my eyebrows. Hers were just plain black. I first started with a shadow to kind of get the shape that I wanted, and then realized I needed it to be a little bit darker because, again, hers are really just sharp, kind of like an evil eyebrow, and really dark black. So I went in with an eyeliner pencil and kind of filled them in that way just to make them a little bit darker. So the palette that I'm going to be using is the Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I'm going to point to it right now, the two taupey kind of brown colors, and I'm taking those first to just kind of warm it up. Well, not warm it up, but just kind of give it like I don't know, like a gradient effect. I didn't want to go straight in with gray and black, but after I did the two brown taupey colors, I did the gray and then darkened it up with the black along the edges of my face. And I kind of just did it like, I'm kind of just trying to dirty it up a little bit and kind of make the center of my forehead stick out a little bit. And then I did the same thing but with a gray and black shadow for the nose. Her nose was super skinny and pointy, so I kind of really wanted to make that as sharp as I could. And then for her cheekbones, I went in straight with a black shadow, and her cheekbones were sharp AF. They were super sharp, so I just literally drew a line down from where my normal cheekbone is and just drew a straight line and then blended it, that black, downward. And then once I had it to where I liked it, I went in with more black just to darken it up because we just need to do some major contouring with black shadow. And then I went back in with white concealer because I was just really trying to make those cheekbones pop as much as I could. So I was lightening lightening it up with concealer again, and then went in with even a little bit of white shadow, and then I'm basically just darkening up like certain areas. I kind of just wanted like a dirtier type of look, not just white everywhere. So I kind of just did like in the contours of my face, and then I tried to get the button and see like how far down I was going to go with a black shadow. I used just a black shadow, and realistically, if I was going to go out with this look, I would probably just darken up my eyes, like draw a button on my eyes instead of putting the actual button on my eyes, because I couldn't see anything through that button, like very, very little. But I knew I wasn't. I knew I was just going to put the button on, so I really didn't take time on my eyes. And then she had all these cracks and lines through her face, so I went in with a really thin, I think this is from Sam Marcel, a really thin eyeliner pen, and kind of just made those cracks that way. And then she had a little mole above her lip, and her lipstick was just black, and they kind of went into like a long, evil type of Joker smile type of lip. So I just filled it in with a Tarte black lip liner. And then right about at this point, it was kind of running out of time. So I took the MAC Black Chroma Cake, and I kind of did really, really fast, just like a skeleton bottom, because her neck and everything was really, really super skinny, like a skeleton. I mean, like really thin and skinny. And again, I ran out of time at this part. I really wanted to do this a little bit better, but I kind of just, I don't know, just did it super fast. So basically all I had time was to kind of like darken up the hollows of my chest, and then lighten up where I think, like I figured my bones would be. So that's basically all I did. I knew most of my shirt was going to be covering it anyways, but still wanted to do this a little bit better than it came out, but it is what it is. And then for her hair, she had a really pointy tip, and I didn't notice that mine wasn't as pointy, but all I did was take 2 extensions and glue them together and cut them really short, and basically did it like that. And I darkened it up with this hairspray, like I don't know, it's Halloween type hairspray, just because her hair was really black and kind of short. And then for the button eyes, I just got them from the craft store, and I just glued it on with eyelash glue, and that was it. And I really couldn't see anything out of them, just like a tiny little hole, but it was hard to like blink because my eyelashes. So I definitely recommend, if you are going out with this type of look, to yeah, to just draw them on or something.
Where's the flower, Mama?
Oh, I took it off. I didn't like it.
Got this box with everything that needs there. She made little Legos. What should I say first?
Say, who are you? Say, who are you?
Yeah. Who are you?
Look at me when you do it though. Say, who are you?
You're freaking me out. What?
Don't show your real hair, Coraline.
My ear had to pop out.
Letting everybody know you're wearing a wig, Coraline. Says I accept.
Let's go pee. Okay.
I can't see shit. Can't see.